Professor Tommy Koh, Ambassador at Large, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Singapore, Tan Sri Munir Majid, and fellow members of the ABC Council, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all, and thank you so much for joining us at the ASEAN Business Club's 5th annual gala dinner. You've all had a long day today, or at least some of you have, and the last thing you want from me now is a long speech. So don't worry, I will be brief. We Singaporeans are very well trained by Tommy Koh. As all of you know, Tommy is a great diplomat for Singapore and a great champion of ASEAN in international forums. His belief in the importance and necessity of ASEAN grows out of personal conviction, as you will hear later. What non-Singaporeans in this room may not realize is that Tommy has also been instrumental in ensuring that speeches in Singapore don't run for too long. If you say Tommy's 3 things, people in Singapore know what you mean. Tommy long ago established a rule which, if breached, may attract a penalty of up to 3 strokes of the cane. The rule is that your speech should make no more than 3 important points. So it seems to me today, as an observer of the sessions, that ASEAN meetings could benefit from imposing a similar rule. The list of things that needs to be addressed is endless, and we can get lost in detail and a profusion of initiatives. But we also saw the panels cut through the thicket of possibilities to point the way towards a smaller number of actionable ideas. And probably the best example of that was the amazing repartee between Dr. Sri Nazir Razak and Piyush Gupta at the financial sector. I wish somebody had filmed the whole thing so we could actually have a replay of it right now. Some of you were actively engaged as forum panelists and participants, debating on barriers, making recommendations, sharing experiences about the challenges of doing business in ASEAN, and giving Nazir Razak a difficult time. I join my colleagues of the ABC in thanking you all for your keen participation and for supporting us in our efforts to smooth the path towards ASEAN business integration. ASEAN is very diverse, full of very nice people who like to find agreement in a polite way. So policy change is always gradual. Many business people find this immensely frustrating. Each member state has a national agenda to safeguard, but it's obvious that as an economic bloc, ASEAN would be much stronger altogether than as a collection of separate economies. A stronger, more integrated regional economy will combine the comparative advantages of the different ASEAN countries when competing with other parts of the world for investment. A greater amount of internal trade within ASEAN will have a powerful consequence. Greater integration will, in the end, lead to greater investment, greater competitiveness, and greater prosperity for all of ASEAN. So that is my first point. ASEAN needs to accelerate economic integration, but by its nature, it would be more effective if we focused on a smaller number of achievable goals. My second point is also quite simple, which is that businesses will always move faster than governments to find opportunities. If governments are going to take a long time finding consensus, then the business communities of ASEAN must get together to get bureaucrats to solve the issues that are the most urgent. The ASEAN Business Club was formed 5 years ago as a forum for ASEAN business leaders to network and to discuss both the opportunities and the challenges faced in doing business in ASEAN. The need for such a grouping is so logical that I remember asking 5 years ago why no one had thought of it before. A lot has already been achieved in those 5 years. Successful business ventures are anchored by strong relationships. The ABC helps to strengthen intra-ASEAN business relationships and to create bridges between business and policymakers in ASEAN. It is a forum for ideas to be examined and consolidated so as to provide practical, systematic, and considered advice to policymakers. And so that brings me to my third and final point. The ABC can harness the strengths of the private sector to focus the minds of policymakers and to influence policies towards faster ASEAN integration. We will achieve more by acting together than we can by ourselves. So it leaves me to thank our wonderful sponsor tonight, Silver Lake Axis, for hosting the dinner. And I wish all of you, once again, a very happy evening. Thank you.